Hey fam, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in today's video. Today is Saturday, so I hope that you all are enjoying your weekend so far. Let us know how you're doing in the comments. So today I'm going to bring you the news, comments, and reports, which I bring every single Saturday when we check in on a few, news and reports, and we dig into the comments and see what's going on, and we just choose some random comments, put them on screen, and share them with you all. So hopefully you all enjoy today's video. We're going to jump right into the video. If you're new here, please go ahead and consider subscribing. And if you've been here before, thank you for always coming back. So we're going to jump in with the first comment today. All right, so we're going to start off with this comment because there's so much truth in this comment. So Charles Donovan stated, I was complaining about the price of toilet paper to my grandmother, and she said, son, in days of old, so way, way back in the day, when men were bold and paper was not yet invented, men wiped their behinds with blades of grass and found themselves very contented. And then he says, I almost died. And it's so true because back in the day, people didn't have toilet paper, the nice little wipes and all of that stuff. Y'all don't be flushing them wipes down them drains. Them flushable wipes, don't flush them wipes down them drains. They do not dissolve, y'all. They do not. So yes, when it comes down to things like this that we consider as staples, if you think about how back in the day, way, way back in the day, how there wasn't even any toilet paper, are we going to have to rely back to how people survive way, way back? I don't know, guys. But right now, I continue to stock up on my toilet paper because I don't want to go to them twigs and grass and stuff like that. At least not yet. So thank you for sharing that in the comments. So next comment comes from Debbie Chadwick. Several things I just gave up on finding at Walmart anymore. And you know what? I definitely agree with you because Walmart is one of the chains that's seeing more shortages, depending on where you are, that's seeing more shortages than any other possible store. So I definitely agree with you. Even in my local Walmart, we do weekly Walmart walkthroughs, and you guys can actually see our shelves are starting to look so bad. I mean, really bad. And being at Walmart claims to have the best prices, but if they're not going to have it available, we're still going to be forced to go to another store and pay that higher price for an item. Either way, thank you for sharing that in the comments. Next comment is from Donna Clinton. In my end of Brooklyn, we have a large discount store of warehouses, clothing, and toiletries. Not one woman's sweater this week. All t-shirts and summer sleepwear. No more jackets, no after holiday decor sales. It's all been taken away. Not even the heavier type socks. I'm glad I picked up a couple of sweatshirts in December. Winter just started. I'm sure people will still need winter items. And I definitely agree with you. I think that you commented on my last Walmart walkthrough. Well, the one before my last. That was the live. There was like hardly any men's winter sweat options as far as the sweatshirts, the sweatpants. And then once I cut the live off, y'all, I had walked over to the baby and toddler section. It is January. Guess what's out? T-shirts. There's t-shirts and shorts out. So it's hardly any winter clothes that's even left out. They're already bringing out the spring and the summer items. I see bathing suits while walking in Walmart. Let me know if y'all are seeing the same thing. I'm not seeing any more winter items. The hats, scarves, gloves, hardly not seeing it. And the sad thing is, with these winter items that they possibly did have left, I didn't see anything go on clearance because usually when they bring that stuff out, the winter items would go on clearance. I did not see it. So maybe we can go ahead and look out for them possibly to bring some of that stuff back out if it's still if they still have it, and possibly put it, on some type of clearance, because I did not see it. So let us know if you're seeing the same thing in your Walmart or any stores around you as well. Are you guys starting to see the spring and summer items and less of the winter items? Because we still are in winter. So Christine Werner says, never go for plant-based or Beyond Burger. This garbage is what's killing people. Their ingredients are basically the same in wet dog food. Check out WEF. So thanks for sharing that. So this goes in hand with the other walkthrough I did, and what I noticed was this. Yes, so this is now on the shelves with a corned beef hash, the canned chicken, the pulled pork in the can. This here is now on the shelves in that area. This is something new actually that's been put on the shelves, at least in my Walmart. Let me know if you guys are seeing it. But someone else had a comment on this particular item as well. So this is a plant-based meat. So meat. It's taco meat, ground taco, plant-based meat, as it says. So let's see what the person had to say about this. All right, so Sled, I believe you've been popping up on almost every Saturday video now. So plant-based meat costs more than regular meat. Sled, go ahead and state. So $7.49 for 4.5 ounces, because this package is 4.5 ounces. That's crazy. That comes out to be $26.22 per pound for plant-based meat. I agree with you. Now, what are they actually selling us in this plant-based meat? I mean, I'm not buying it. Let me know if have any of you guys tried it, because I know some people up here that's tried some things, but let me know if any of you guys tried it. I hear a lot of back and forth about this whole plant-based thing. And some people were saying stay the heck away from it. So let's jump right back into the comments. But it's crazy. That small 4.5 ounces is $7.49. You can actually go buy a pack of meat for that. I mean, considering if you wasn't plant-based. But buying regular meat is cheaper than buying the plant-based stuff, of course. Thank you, Slab, for sharing that in the comments. So from Gloria Pill, we should get what we need while we can. And I stick by this. I stick by this. I stick by this. And I stick by this. Get what you can get while you can get it. Because more items are becoming unavailable. More items are shrinking and you're actually paying more for it. Of course, shrinkflation. And, and if you don't have it now, what's the chance of it being there the next time? Like I said, water, 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 water. Guys, the water over here in New Jersey, as far as going to the store and buying water, is getting expensive. And it's very thin, like the pallets, there's pallets of water just missing from the water aisle. Even when it comes down to your little sodas and your juices and stuff, it's looking real crazy. So stock up, guys. Stock if you have the means to stock up, why not? Even if you don't have the means, there's still food pantries available. And guess what? Those food pantries are going to run out of food. So if you have the chance right now to take advantage of going to a food pantry and getting those items, you can easily put those in your stockpile. They give a lot of canned goods and shelf stable foods that you can easily stockpile. Guess what? It is not going to be on your dime, and it will not be taken away from your budget. Figure out where your local food pantries are and stock up. All right, now we're talking about that water. Someone did go ahead and share no packages of bottled water unless you want to spend a ridiculous amount on 6 bottles. So this is a Kroger in Indianapolis on Emerson near Greenwood. And yes, the small cases of water actually turns out to be way more than the actual larger cases of water. Now, these egg prices have just been the most. So in this place here, it says large eggs, $4.52. For the first 2 you get for $4.52. Any additional eggs that you need after that, it's going to be $8.38. So you're going to be paying for that third pack of eggs when they should have just said limit of 2. But I see that they're going to go ahead and get their money because they are charging double for the additional pack of eggs. Then the nerve, so for some more eggs, these are the 18 count, $6.98. So the first one is $6.98. So it says first one. So any additional after the first one, you'll be paying $12.58. I hope people is paying attention to them signs. That right there is crazy. That's actually in Bakersfield at a Winco. Someone did ask, what is up with not being able to find the dry 9 Lives cat food? Or am I the only one having the issue? Even Amazon is sold out. Unfortunately, you're not the only one having the issue. Pet food in general is back to being low in stock, the same way it was last winter when we had a major pet food shortage. So if you're not stocked up for your pets, definitely get stocked up for your pets when you do see the pet food, because there's also major price increases with pet food as well. Someone did share even trying to order pet food online. Most of their favorites, well, at least their pets' favorites, are out of stock. All right, so Robin went ahead and shared in the comments, I went to Wise in PA today. Everything is so high. Canned food used to be 50 cents each. I bought 1 can of Great Northern beans at $1.79. The eggs, they kill me. I'm going to start buying bulk food containers for flour and sugar. That's a great start. I have to shop around to get good prices on produce. When we find a really good price, I buy a lot of it at once. I then cook with it, dehydrate it, or make it into juices or smoothies, then freeze it so that there is no waste. We haven't had pet food cans consistently here in 2 years. I make my own pet food and have backup freeze-dried pet food. I also learned how to home can food and will be working more on that this year. So Robin, you're actually adding some great, I'm not going to say staples, but some great things, to your preparedness checklist. As far as your canning, you have some freeze-dried items. You're looking around for the best deals on the produce, and you're not wasting it at all. So that's great. Freeze-dried pet food. I never seen that. So that's something to look into. I'm going to go online and see how much that actually costs. I don't have a freeze dryer, but I want to see how much that costs right there. So it seems to be pricey, but it is an option. Remember, these bags are small, 3 pounds for $37.99. And then this one actually says 3 pounds, but it makes 17 pounds. So I guess this stuff do expand once you mix it with the water. So that's definitely an option. So I want to thank you for sharing that in the comments as well. And here we go again. So a new variant, the Kraken XBB 1.5 is on track to become dominant in the US, and experts are worried. So that's something to look out for as well. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but if you want to read that article, it'll be in a pinned comment down below. But if it's not screaming lockdown again, I don't know what is, because we don't want no more lockdowns. Let's just all face it. We honestly don't want any more lockdowns. It's about what they're actually going to do. No matter what we want, I know I don't want no more lockdowns. But like I said, it's about what they're going to do. Is it part of the plan? Is it actually going to happen? We don't know until it actually happens. You all know there's a place where they're actually going to launch in Walmart self-checkout only. I know they have it at a McDonald's that I saw on, I think it was TikTok or something like that. I forgot to record it, y'all. But this McDonald's was all just everything tech. Everything you wanted to talk to something, it was a machine. It wasn't a person, it was a machine. So it says Walmart stores switches to self-checkout only. It says self-checkouts are nothing new. They have been around for a couple of years now. You can find them in grocery stores, hardware stores, even McDonald's. There you go, has the option to use a self-checkout instead of a traditional cashier. A Walmart store is starting to switch to a self-checkout store only. So, this is in Arkansas. So they're doing a new test for its Walmart. They will only be having self-checkouts at their store. No cashiers. This is a new experiment for them to see what works better. So I wonder what made them actually continue to go on and try to launch this after Walmart came out and said that they will be raising prices and closing stores due to theft. Y'all think more people ain't gonna steal? And with these prices go up, the most honest person is gonna slip a little something in their cart. Come, this don't make no sense to me. It says if it all goes well and the test is successful, then Walmart will do the same thing in more locations and across the country. Wow, they did not have a set date in place for these to take effect. It could happen sooner rather than later. These new decisions will also depend on many different things, and I can imagine. So that means getting rid of more workers, slowing the economy, right? Mm-hmm. That's more job losses, plenty of more layoffs, because we're actually going to see a massive amount of layoffs with Amazon as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that article up real quick. Let me know how y'all think about if your Walmart store went to self-checkout only, no cashiers at all. Now, we know that layoffs are happening back to back, but there is actually more and more layoffs happening. Let's quickly look at this article here. Amazon will lay off more than 18,000 workers. I know a few months ago the Amazon did state that they were going to be laying off up to like 10,000 workers. Now that number quickly jumped to 18,000. So Amazon says its plans to lay off more than 18,000 employees as the global economic outlook continues to worsen. Teams will be affected, including the Human Resource Department. In Amazon stores, according to a memo from CEO, companies that last a long time go through different phases. They're not in heavy people expansion mode every year. Amazon and other tech firms significantly ramped up hiring over the past couple of years, of course, due to the pandemic. So I guess now they're about to just cut the rope and let people go. It's ridiculous. So another fire did set loose.
Following some breaking news this morning, this time in Surrey County, we know that a hatchery and feed mill has been damaged in an overnight fire. Our Victoria Lucas now joins us live with much more on what we know this morning. Victoria.
Christina, good morning. So we are here in Elgin, Surrey County, and we are at the CC Camp Volunteer Fire Department, where crews are finished wrapping up their work, where at the Wayne Farms Hatchery and Feed Mill, a fire did break out. I want to toss us some video here so you could see just how they were working hard at that scene, trying to get the flames under control. So we're told by Fire Chief Lanny Whitaker that 2 or 3 personnel were in there when they, sensed that fire. They pulled the fire alarm down, and first responders got that call at 11:18 last night. Now, we do know from the fire chief the firewalls inside the building limited the damage, making for not a total loss. However, eggs were damaged in the egg storage building. That part of the building, that itself is in a total loss. So crews were mopping up, hosing, and putting blankets of foam, trying to control the blaze. And now they were working all night long and into early this morning. But now the roads have reopened by that feed mill. It's Route 268. Crews are now back here at the fire department, and thankfully there are no injuries to any animals, personnel, and fire crews. So unfortunately, those eggs are damaged. That egg storage building, a total loss there, but there are no injuries.
So their whole egg storage building is at a complete loss. They did say that, but there were no injuries. So I wanted to save this one last. Shared by Wolf. I have lived in the bottom class for most of my adult life, except for the last couple of years. That is a lifetime recession for me. I'll be just fine. I've lived on noodles and cheap burritos. Also, I'm very resourceful, especially since I know God will provide. Not worried about what is happening and if it's not really another one of those elite tricks to scare us. Either way, nor worried. I'm going to eat regardless. Wolf, you know what? And I totally agree with you. Actually being there and lived through hard times. Me, myself, I'm sure a lot of you have lived through hard times and had to just survive on whatever it is that you can basically get. A lot of us been there. What Wolf is referring to as bottom class. So to survive what's happening right now is probably nothing. Something that you're probably used to. I'm a mom over here myself when it comes down to I'm a parent, myself. And when it comes down to struggling, I struggle with my children, I've struggled before. And when it comes down to actually like what Wolf say, I'm going to eat regardless. You need to learn how to whoop up a meal out of what you have on hand. Going to the grocery store every day might not be an option, you know. Learn to work with what you have in your pantry. That's why it's important to stock up on staples so you can still have the necessities to survive. You know, and that's pretty much it. We're going to end this video right here where it's at. I want to thank you all for tuning in because we are at that 20-minute mark. And if you stayed to the end, I appreciate you so much, so much, so much. So you all continue to prep, continue to stock up. And if you're just beginning, at least you have started. That's all that matters. So make sure that you all, because we are leaving here now, we're checking out. Make sure that you all stay prepped, stay blessed, and stay safe. Most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. It's the weekend. What have you done to make sure that you are stocked up or prepared for anything? Let us know. This is Shauna, and I'm checking out from Moments with Us. If you like today's video, please go ahead and consider subscribing. Plenty of blessings to you all. I'm officially out of here. Peace.